Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now I do have another interesting Mangog showcase for you, and this time around it is going to be a rank 3 7-star Mangog versus Paragauntlet. That's right, Mangog can clear Paragauntlet by himself, so let's pay attention and let's see how he does. So the first fight is Platpool, obviously kind of one of the least intimidating fights in general. To be completely honest, I don't even really remember exactly what they do, except that this Deadpool can have a lot of regeneration, which are buffs, and obviously buffs are good for Mystic Champions in general, and Mangog is included in that because your staggers do get trigger, which means you get more charges. It means power is expiring, which fuels Mystic Dispersion. And as we can see here, he has entered the rage mode, the angry Mangog mode, very quickly. At this point, he's stacking staggers, took a hit on purpose, more staggers, and things are getting nullified, which are also pausing his rage mode. And that level 2 absolutely annihilates the Platform Man. This was quite an impressive fight, to be honest, because that Deadpool ain't, a pushover. That Deadpool had a decent chunk change of health, and Mangog absolutely eviscerated it. So next up, let's see how Mangog will do against Nimrod. And Nimrod should be fine. It could be a bit more annoying due to the power drain and special lock and the cowardice and everything else, but in essence, you can still nullify Nimrod stuff, unlike some of the brand new tech champions. And that means staggers will get their full use. Obviously, armor ups will expire by themselves as well, which ultimately is not a bad thing. That Petrify could be quite annoying, though. That Petrify might pose a bit of an issue. But if my man right here can get, his specials off decently well and stack his staggers, and he staggers the Energize, which is one of the bigger problems with Nimrod, that Nimrod's getting absolutely nuked, and the level 2 yet again does a ton of damage. Man, this fight went much better than I thought it would initially. So Mangog is putting in work. That's respectable fight time for these bosses as well. So next up, Medusa. This could be somewhat interesting as well with all the power gain and rest of the stuff. So let's see how he tackles Medusa. To be honest, I think the biggest problem boss here could be that Omega Sentinel. The Omega Sentinel this month around was quite annoying, so that fight likely could take some time as well. But let's see what happens against the Medusa. Obviously, you do need to pay attention to when her living strands activate, because I believe there is the node where you do not really want to hit her block, or you're gonna get some explosions in your face. But once again, root as well. So he eats that special attack like nobody's business, like a true champion that the Mangog is, and now she's immune to nullifies and staggers, which is kind of annoying for Mangog, but he's back in action. Everything is getting nuked, and he has his unblockable special too, and that is a very, very significant amount of power gain. So now he needs to race back to his level 2 and, well, finish the fight. Okay, so this wasn't necessarily the prettiest, but still very, very respectable. And 50 seconds, that is fast. That is still super fast. I do, however, suspect that the speedy Mangog train is going to be put to an end here with the Mixmaster, Mighty Charge, and Powered Immunity. This is definitely not a fight you would necessarily think of bringing Mangog in general circumstances. It's more of a point to prove type of thing, because there's quite a lot of things that could annoy. But he does well, and now he needs to bait out at level 1. The good thing in this fight is that you do have some willpower healing available to you, but we seemingly are having the AI issue here again, where she refused to throw special attack, which can be utterly frustrating. And now he could not punish that special because he last launched a medium attack. It's actually a good job by him to realize that. And the level 1s keep fueling that immunity, because unlike Nimrod, the Omega Sentinel is in fact nullify and stagger immune, and because of empowered immunity, every time he tries to put on stagger, it, well, doesn't go great. And because of his ragey mode, now he's going to be putting up a lot of staggers there. But at the same time, he's still moving forward in the fight, baiting out those special attacks. And baiting out special attacks slightly more frequently against Omega Sentinel is not necessarily an awful thing, because that is the most organic and easy way to reduce the amount of armor up she has, to kind of avoid exactly this. These auto blocks can be very annoying. I wish she had the auto block at 5 offensively as well. Just saying, would be nice if we get some of those defensive extras that Kabam is putting on champions more and more recently. Often it seems like champions have like two somewhat different kits based on whether they're being used offensively or defensively, which I'm not necessarily a fan of. Don't particularly like that design philosophy. And he's just dumping his power here as well. He's incinerated, but we can see that it's hardly doing any damage really if you just get the one incinerate. And this definitely is not, again, as expected, as you'd gather from the nodes, the type of fight you would necessarily want to bring in Mangog for. But he's chugging along. He's getting it done one way or another. This is definitely 110% effort type of fight. Okay, so he just gets that unblock as well. He can't really use the medium hit there. Totally fine. And again, goes for a nice combo, avoiding the Mixmaster. Goes a heavy. I think he should have tried doing more heavies before and just not enter the thingy. But fine, he finally gets a nice level 2 as well that brings her down to 6% health. And he's actually immune now because of his level 1 to incinerate. And that's all she wrote. Now, this definitely was slightly more annoying fight. 3 times as long, more than 3 times as long as the rest of them so far. But he has the final 2 remaining. The Quicksilver with class disadvantage and also Onslaught. Obviously, Onslaught was made easier for the story content purposes with all the increased energy, resistance, and the rest of the stuff that kind of helps you out more so than it does the opponent. Still, let's see. So he's gonna... I don't actually think he needed to heal for this fight, because you can get Quicksilver just 300 charges, and you can get quite a bit of willpower heal in this fight for sure. It's just kind of like how carefully you play it out. And here, that was exactly the point there. And I actually kind of like this node, where you hit Quicksilver and you get the whiplash on yourself, and then you need to knock Quicksilver down with a special attack, and then he gets the whiplashes, and you refresh them with an intercept. So this is a kind of cool node. Kabam has been using more and more of these nodes recently. We have like Cold Snap version of it as well, I believe. We have the Whiplash version, and I'm sure we can see another one. But that was like a good chunk change of damage. He just needs to parry a bit more to make sure he gets rid of those Whiplashes on time. But now he has Wither as well. And, that's a nice chunk change of willpower heal. And if he would have gotten Quicksilver to 300 charges, like right now, that's also another debuff. So unfortunately, he kind of, made a few mistakes there, and those whiplashes seemingly will expire as well. But it happens. You could definitely use this fight for some willpower healing though. But it's Quicksilver. It's not necessarily always a super easy fight. So he's likely going to heal up for this one as well. Still though, every boss soloed one way or another. Most of them actually relatively fast. Not relatively, very fast, to be honest. If you do a Paragauntlet boss in like 50 seconds, that's a rapid fight. I still really dislike how Kabam is making us do the Thronebreaker difficulty in order to access Paragauntlet, but that's an entirely different story for another time. Definitely not for the Christmas day. But let's see how he is handling the Onslaught. So, obviously, having the Daunted on you is not great. Neuroshocks don't really bother Mangog that much, especially when he's awakened. He has energy resistance to begin with. Now he also gets some regen here. So again, I don't think he really needed that willpower heal. And then block. Oof, he's dexing that special better than I am. For sure. Actually need to practice dexing that more. So here he staggers the regen and also gets hit once on purpose was unstoppable, because that is how you put up numbers. And now is the crush moment. Whoever gave Onslaught that crush debuff is a truly evil, sadistic human being. I'm just saying, rest of the Onslaught's kit, fine, we can deal with it. That crush debuff is by far the most annoying, worst thing that's in that kit, in my opinion. And yeah, no, that is one deadish Onslaught. So that has been a very timely, very respectable Mangog performance, in my opinion. What do you guys think? So obviously, again, without any kind of like disillusions, Mangog is primarily a defender, but it is kind of refreshing to see, you know, him perform well offensively too. Because overall, I would give him a passing grade. He's not, you know, a complete noodle. He handles the content, at least for now, with the current power levels. And yeah, no, there is plenty in his kit. I actually kind of like his kit. There we go. That has been a rank 3 Mangog running through Paragauntlet. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm going to catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information